Okay, who's got one of these bikes? I've got these. He's got these brakes. See this Elixr? See it? The bike shop tells me that they can't bleed them anymore. Come off it. Look at this. Look. Oh, look at that. That was touching the bar. That's bullshit. Actually, it wasn't quite touching the bar. It was millimeters away. I should be going over the handlebars if that's the case. They said to me, no, there's just a bit of shit on the pads, bit greasy. I shouldn't be able to compress it that far. I should blow the attachment off the hose. I shouldn't be able to apply that much pressure. The back one, on the other hand, is awesome. It's got about the same amount of play. If I grab that, whoa, see, hear that? No. If I grab that back one, wait, brake, that's locking the back wheel. All my weight's on there. I can't apply a lot of pressure to that before it locks. The front one, on the other hand, is complete opposite. I could just about pedal with it. I mean, it slows me down, but God, it's shitful. They need to... Anyway, they said, there's some shit on the pads. The disc is a bit greasy. I don't know how greasy. It's brand new. So they ground the pads back and cleaned the rotors off. Put it back together. Said it'll take a little bit to bed in. No, I'm telling you, no. In fact, I'm going to send this to you guys and say, watch this time slot. It's just no good. Look, I'm not even sitting on the seat. I should be whoop. I mean, I can do a stop here. No, I can't. Fuck, they're worse than before. Nah, they're leaking or there's something wrong. I think I'll check them when I get home. Maybe they're leaking. Something definitely wrong.
So, after being incredibly disappointed with my Avid Elixr brakes, well, the back one I was quite happy with. The front one just felt spongy to me. There was no way I could lock the front wheel. I took it back to my local bike shop, who said to me, no, it doesn't need bleeding, and they scrubbed the pads clean and they degreased the front brake, the disc, and told me that it would be fine. So after the cleaning, I decided that it was still hopeless, as you saw in that video just before. So I decided I'd bleed it myself. I don't have the Avid bleed kit, and to tell you the truth, these brakes are a shitty system. It's just designed to allow air into the system, as we'll see. But nevertheless, I bled them, and now I think that they're 10 times better. I can actually endo the bike or lock the front wheel, whereas I just couldn't before. So I'll just show you how I bled them so that you can laugh. Well, first of all, I used some real brake fluid, none of this bike rubbish, none of this push bike rubbish, some Motul RBF 600. You need one of these little kits, which was about, I don't know, $2 at a $2 shop. And actually that one might have been a bit more. It's a pretty decent one, and some storage for all of your old crappy oil. So a syringe, a big syringe. This is just a super cheap auto one, which comes down onto the inlet screw of the screw into the caliper. So we remove a screw from there, put on the hose, and then I took the syringe out, filled this reservoir so that the fluid was all the way down to filled the tube. So obviously that's like 50 times more brake fluid than I really need, but that doesn't worry me. Brake fluid's pretty cheap. Made sure there was no air bubbles down the bottom there, and then unscrew this screw in here, and then waited for it to drip out, which I actually just took the reservoir off the handlebars and set it over here on a little bench and let it drip into a tub. Once I made sure it was dripping through, I used the syringe to apply a bit of pressure, get the fluid actually flowing through the system from the bottom to the top, and then screwed in the screw back in the top, and then this is where the system, I think, is flawed. What you need is a traditional car or motorbike bleeding nipple so that you can keep the system sealed, tighten that up, and then just disconnect your hose and catch your oil. So but as it is, you have to pop this off and then get the screw in there ASAP before too much fluid drips out. And I mean, not much drips out, you get maybe a drip while because it's sealed at the top, so it doesn't want to drip out. So anyway, I did that, and it works. So those of you who don't want to spend all 50, 60 Australian dollars on a bleed kit, you can do it this way. I think it's definitely, well, it works. It works fine. If I ever replace these brakes, I think I will definitely be getting ones with some sort of nipple or reservoir at the top, so that no air can possibly get into the system. Yes. So those of you who have tried the Elixr brakes or tried to bleed them themselves, even with the bleed kit, you still have a screw-in attachment here which has a sealed system, but then you have to unscrew it, take it out, and then put the little locking screw back in there, which is definitely a flawed system. Anyway, that's how I did it, and it works. The bikes, the brakes. When I first did it, actually, I went for a ride and went, oh no, I've really screwed these up. They still feel pretty spongy. But after a ride, they really came good, and they got quite a bit of pressure there. I mean, I could pull that right back to the lever before, and the shop said no, they don't need bleeding. It's just the pads. So I don't know what was wrong, but anyway, I bled them. Decent brake fluid. Maybe they have shitty brake fluid stock. I don't know. That's a possibility. Maybe someone in the know could tell me. And yes, that there is blood. This bike is becoming quite good at drawing my blood. I've gone over the handlebars quite a few times. And no, it's not because there's anything wrong with the bike, it's my riding. Anyway, thanks for watching. See you on the next one, when I'll be riding with brakes.